Why are we alive? Hello everybody, Not Paul speak. Oh yeah. Are you ready? Are you here? Shall we do the quiz? It's 2 minutes to 7. Yeah. Hello, welcome to quiz time. Say hello if you're here. I'm going to start talking about the quiz pretty soon, in a couple of minutes, and then we will be hitting the first question just around about 7:05. Quiz doesn't take long. We'll be done by 8 o'clock, okay? So, no matter who you are, please say hello in the chat. Type your name, type your team name, tell me who you're representing. See, I'll start off, I'll type hello everyone. There we go. Hi. So who's here tonight? Yeah, Michael's here. Chameleons. Hello. Hello, Janie. Hello, Prolethers. Hello, Peaky Fifers. And welcome to the quiz. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Christy. Or Christ. I don't know how you say that. Ollie's here solo tonight. Not looking to get a big score. Nah, don't do that, Ollie. Try and get the biggest score ever. That's the thing. Take the attitude that's what has been happening so far is that your team has been holding you back. Alright? That you are the genius and you can eclipse their absence. Janie's on her own as well. That was with the Agatha quiz tease last night. On your own tonight. Geek Robin is here. Scumbag College are here. How many folk are in the Scumbag College team? House of Weirdos. Last night's team of the day. They're back. Alright. How you doing? Right, it's 7 o'clock. Let's talk quiz. Quite a lot of you know what's going to happen here. You've been here before. But, in case you don't know, this is how it works. Hello, Richard. So I'm going to turn off the slideshow in the background there. Bye-bye to all the real people. We'll meet again. Pubs will be back sometime. Who knows? 1 meter, 2 meter. I don't know how the pubs quiz is going to work with 2 meters. Maybe 1 meter. I don't know. Need to start talking to the pubs again. See what they're thinking. Although, I don't think anything's happening really soon. Anyway, we're doing a quiz here. Right? Give us a share on the old social media and your team will get a point. So you can guarantee yourself a 1 point start just by sharing the quiz. You do that right now. Get it out of the way. The house rules here are no Tories, no racists, and be your best self. Alright, let's talk about house rules. How the quiz actually works is it's a pub quiz. I ask a round of questions, you write down the answers, and then I tell you the answers. The actual answers. At the end of each round, and you do your marking by yourself. Okay, you mark your own scores. Doesn't that open it up to abuse? Well, I guess it does, but the thing is, there's no prize for coming first, other than glory. I'll show you the league table in a second. So, don't cheat. There's no point. You know what I mean? The main thing, though, the big thing that is worth mentioning, in the red there, no answers in the chat. Okay? So, don't write out answers in the chat while people are trying to answer the questions, because it kind of spoils it. You know what I mean? Here we go, right. Online pub quiz. That's what you're doing right now. Now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. 4 times a week. You'll find me here in my chair talking to you at the internet through the power of the worldwide superhighway information trench. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We've got sponsors during the week. Yeah, cross borders. Yeah, Herbie. Yeah, look at all those breadwinners. Oh, yeah, that's Wednesdays. Pickerings. I don't know if they're coming back, actually. Need to talk to them on Monday. And new sponsor, Broughton Brewery. They're doing Friday. We've got nothing tonight in terms of sponsor, but I do have a prize for somebody later on. Look at all that lovely beer. Beer. Right, we're here. It's, you know what, I'm early. This has never happened. I'm ahead of time, 3 minutes past 7. So I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds because people will expect us to start, like questions to start at 5 past. So in the intervening minute, someone tell me a joke. I've not heard a good joke for ages. You know what I mean? First person who can tell me a joke in the chat will get a 1 point start. Come on, tell me a joke. I start the questions at 5 past. It's just flipped over to 4 minutes past. So you got about 45 seconds to get a joke on there. Hit me with the funnies. Gives a laugh. Why is it all frantically trying to think? The one about the... Nah, that's... Can't say that these days. What about the one about... No... Nah, you shouldn't really say that these days. Oh, nah, not that one either. What about... I'm sure you can think of a joke. Oh, look, we've hit 5 past. That's it. Joke time's up. No jokes. That's it. Saturdays in Scotland. It's no funny. Right. Here we go. Same letter round. Right, okay, the thing about the same letter round is that all of the answers start with the same letter of the alphabet. So once you've got one answer that you know is right, then you know the letter. Alright, and it's easy. Here we go. You ready? Remember, don't shout out answers in the chat. Just write them down on your bit of paper, okay? Right, animation. In the TV cartoon, The Flintstones, what is the name of Fred and Wilma's daughter? That's question number 1. Look, a joke has just arrived from Michael. Says, if 15 penguins are crowded under an umbrella, why do none of them get wet? I don't think I've ever heard that. I thought I'd heard all the jokes, but I've not heard that one. I'm looking forward to the punchline. Anyway, question number 2. Which car company's models included the Boxster, that is, and the 911 or 911? Because it wasn't raining. So there you go, there's the full joke now. If 15 penguins are crowded under an umbrella, why did none of them get wet? Because it wasn't raining. Oh no, a science joke from the House of Weirdos. A sodium atom was walking down the street. He stopped his chlorine pal and said, wait, I've lost an electron. And the chlorine said, are you sure? And the sodium said, yeah, I'm positive. Not laughing. Michael, don't apologise. Your joke was hilarious. The House of Weirdos one was awful. Right. This is all mixed up now. I'm trying to do a same letter round and tell jokes at the same time. It's not working. I'm going to stick to the questions. We'll go back to the jokes. Right, question number 3. What city is the state capital of Arizona? That's in the United States of America. All the states have got a capital city. What's the state capital of Arizona? Remember, all these answers start with the same letter in the first round. Number 4. Which European nation finished 3rd place at the FIFA World Cup, both in 1974 and 1982? That's a football question, okay? So the Football World Cup, men's. There was a European country that finished 3rd at the 1974 World Cup and 3rd place also at the 1982 World Cup. Which country was that? That's number 4. Remember, all the answers start with the same letter. So if you know the letter, then you can have a guess at this one if you don't know it. And number 5, which classic video game was first released in 1980? It features a little yellow fella, little yellow guy eating power pills and being chased by ghosts. Which video game is that? I think you know that one. I'm going to do a quick recap of the first round. Remember, all the answers start with the same letter, so if you've got the letter, you can guess the ones you don't know. So what's the name of Fred Flintstone and Wilma Flintstone's daughter? Stone Age little baby girl. The Boxster and the 911 or 911, however you want to say it, I don't know, are models made by which car company? That's question number 2. What is the state capital of Arizona? In the USA. That's number 3. Number 4, which country came third at the World Cup football in 1974 and in 1982? And which video game's got a little yellow fella chasing around, eating power pills and being chased by ghosts? What's the name of that? Right, have we got another? Yeah, Simon's got a joke here. A penguin walks into a bar and says to the barman, "Have you seen my dad?" And the barman says, "I don't know. What's he look like?" It's a penguin similarity joke. Right, okay, you tell me if you're ready. That's the thing to do here. And I'll tell you the answers in just a second. Ooh. What was your highlight of the day? I had a little sleep out in the back garden. That was nice. Just me on the grass. With a pillow. Took a pillow out there. I don't know, kind of picnic blanket thing, you know. And we've got a nice wee back garden. Tiny little back garden, but it belongs to, you know, it's just ours. And you can fall asleep there, nothing bad happens. It's great. Love sleeping outside. Okay, everyone's ready. Let's do it. Here come the answers. Right, 2 points for each of these. There's extra points. I'll tell you about them in just a second. But 2 points for these. Here we go. Did you get a letter? It was letter P for pneumatic tires. Here we go. Animation. Fred and Wilma's daughter. She is called Pebbles. All right, 2 points for Pebbles. There she is. Very cute. Number 2, Boxster 911. That's Porsche or Porsche. State capital of Arizona is Phoenix. Yeah, look, there it is. Lodged right in between the mountains. Quite dramatic. Which European nation in football finished third place at the World Cup in 74 and the World Cup in 82? That was, both of those times it was Poland. I might be in a tricky one. I think some of you would have maybe gone for Portugal for that one. If you get any wrong, do tell us in the chat and tell us what you put. And number 5, little yellow guy getting chased by ghosts, eating power pills. It's got to be Pac-Man. There he is. So tell me what you scored. By the way, you add 2 points to your score if you've been here before. If you've done Dr. Paul quiz before, you get 2 points. And you also get a point if anybody in your team shared the quiz. If did a social media share, you get 1 point. Okay? Chameleons are saying 11 out of 13 eyes, so it's 13 possible. Yeah, he went for Portugal. Portugal weren't much at that time. They weren't doing much, but Poland were a big power in football in the 70s and early 80s. Cheryl and I sat down on our dog walk and closed our eyes, and all was good. That sounds nice. Ollie says, I did the pots. That was my highlight. You did the pots. What are you talking about? You looked after your potatoes, or you cleaned your pots like a KP? What are you talking about, Ollie? Lynn said Portugal. Didn't get the Arizona one either. Aye, Phoenix, Arizona. It's also the biggest city in the mountain time zone. That might come up in a quiz. Look out for that one. The state capital of Arizona is Phoenix, Arizona. And it's the biggest city in the state, I think. Alan, Robbie, do. Got 10, 9 for positive spin. He said Pittsburgh. Nah, Pittsburgh way east coast. Pittsburgh's in Pennsylvania. And Portugal. Yeah, there's a couple of tricky ones there. Right, we'll move on. Oh, by the way, that's all the answers together. Pebbles, Porsche, Phoenix, Paul McGinley, that's not right. I changed that. That was a golf question before, but I changed it for Poland. And number 5 is Pac-Man. So I'll just take a little note to edit that for the 9 o'clock repeat of this quiz. Right, round 2 is a picture round. Okay, 2 points for each of these pictures. Here we go. Number 1 is a beast question. What kind of beast is that? Is it a seal, a sea lion, or a walrus? What type of thing is that? You see that humping over the ice towards you? Whoa. Ollie says, I did the dishes right. So in Yorkshire we call them pots. It's your turn to do the pots, man. It's not how they talk there, but the pots. Go and do the pots. Pretty nice. Right, is that a seal, a sea lion, or a walrus? Number 2, which European country's national football team's badge is this? So it's a badge on a shirt. A football shirt. Which country's national football team wear this badge? Give me a few seconds to have a look at that. Number 3 is a modern art question. So who's the what was the nationality of the guy who painted this in 1923? Was he Spanish? Was he Russian? Or was he American? Have a look at that. Quite modern. Modern art. 1923. I don't know what you call that. I don't know if it's futurism or what. I'm not sure. But what nationality was the painter? Was he Spanish, Russian, or American? That's number 3. Number 4. That's a guy who thought he'd had all the points in Dr. Paul quiz, and it turned out somebody had 3 points more than him. But it's a still from a film. Name the film. So what's the name of this classic 1981 horror film? Directed by John Landis. We mentioned it in a recent quiz, actually. I don't know if it was... I don't think it was Saturday. Can't remember, actually. But we have talked about this film fairly recently. So name the horror film. Classic horror film. 1981. John Landis is the director. Look at the hands. Look at the state of that. Right, okay. And last one here. Good or bad? Good or bad? Good or bad? Plastic Man is a DC Comics character, but what is he? Is he a superhero or a super villain? Alright, is Plastic Man good or bad, basically? Is he a superhero or a super villain? Plastic Man. Not Elastic Man, but Plastic Man. Right, tell me if you're ready, and I'll recap these. Right, seal, sea lion, or walrus. That's number 1. Which country's football team wear this badge? Number 2. Number 3, who or what nationality was the painter? Spanish, Russian, or American? Number 4, name the movie 1981 John Landis classic horror movie. And number 5, I wrote Plastic Man. DC Comics Plastic Man. Superhero or super villain? You reckon? Looks like a pop star, huh? But with bendier arms than usual. I wonder if being Plastic Man would make it easier or more difficult to play piano. Ready with lots of guesses? Right, that's the way to do it. Ollie, you might surprise yourself. There was a few multiple choice ones in there, which usually engender guesses. Here we go. Right, picture round answers. 2 points for these. Number 1's a walrus. Yeah! Because it looks like a walrus. It is a walrus. A big fat walrus. 2 points. Number 2. I've already mentioned this country. It's Portugal. FPF. They're something Portugal football or football Portugal Fundación or something like that. We guessed them all, said House of Weirdos. Yeah, I think it was a tricky round. Number 2, I keep thinking who am I? Who is it? But the question is, what nationality was the painter? He was Russian. It was Kandinsky, Vasily Kandinsky. That's called On White, I think it is. 1923, cracking piece of art. Number 4, yeah, difficult if you don't know it, but I mean, the clue's there. What's with the big hands, you know? He's changing into something. He's transforming into a werewolf. He is an American werewolf in London. So, did you get that one? Be interested to know if you got that one or not. That was a very, very famous film when I was a kid. I don't think it's maybe so famous now. And number 5, good or bad, Plastic Man. Yeah, there's a lot of guessy ones in this round. If you don't know, and Plastic Man is a superhero. He's a petty thief turned crime fighter. Uses his power of stretchy bendiness to fight crime. So there we go. Walrus, Portugal, Russian, an American werewolf in London, superhero. What did you score? Let me know. Got the art one wrong, said Spanish went for... Sorry, it says Lynn went for Spanish. Didn't get a bendy man, the chameleons. Scumbag's got 4, House of Weirdos got 4. I thought... Eight points for Ali. He says it's an awesome film about dogs. Must be the American Werewolf. Jada got 4. Yeah, slightly low scores in that round. 6. And he went for Miro, Spanish. Nah, Kandinsky, Russian. Alright. Alan, Robbie, do, push pineapple, shake the tree, got 6, that's good, it's decent. Right, okay, right, I've got on-screen timer now. This is my new innovation. I don't have to keep holding up my phone. And I don't even have to have my phone, which is great, because I don't know where it is today. So, I'm going to give you a cryptic clue. You've got to work out the title of a film that came out in 1990 from this clue. Here we go. Scarlet Month is the QUARRY. 3, 4, 3, 3, 7. That's the letters in the answer. Yeah. I think you'll probably get this. Most of you, I would say. So it's like a crossword clue, yeah. Scarlet Month is the QUARRY is a mildly cryptic clue. The answer is 3 letters, 4 letters, 3 letters, 3 letters, 7 letters. And it's a film that came out in 1990. What is the answer? Don't shout out the answer in the chat. Just tell me if you're ready. Peaky Pfeiffer's ready in 5 seconds. Janie's got it. House of Weirdos got it. Lumpy Gravy got it. Yeah, I don't think this is too difficult one tonight. Pretty mainstream success at the time. Still gets talked about. Okay, there's the time up. It's The Hunt for Red October. There he is. There's wee Scottish periscope popping up there. Right, quite a lot if you got it. 3 points. You give yourself 3 points if you got the crypto. House of Weirdos, I got it after just reading Scarlet. That's what they say. So that was the giveaway one there. Yeah, Scarlet is red. Scarlet Month, Red October. Is the QUARRY. QUARRY is something that gets hunted. So the hunt for Red October. Okay, you got it on the last second. Whoa. Even I got that one, says Ollie, from behind a mound of suds. Right, 50-50 round. Nice and simple and quick. Okay. 5 questions, 50-50 answers. You just got to pick the right one. Here we go. Right, number 1. Which colour code is given to the entertainment questions in the original version of Trivial Pursuit? Are they orange or pink? Alright, all the different question categories have a colour in Trivial Pursuit original version? What colour was given to the questions that were entertainment? Were they coloured orange or pink? That's question number 1. Let me see now. Okay, number 2. North Africa. Where is the city Casablanca? As in the classic film Casablanca. Is it in Algeria or Morocco? That's number 2. Where's Casablanca, Algeria or Morocco? Number 3 is phrases. Who is credited with coining the term Cold War in October 1945? Who came up with that phraseology, Cold War? Was it George Orwell or Winston Churchill? Okay. So Cold War described the period after the Second World War where the West was kind of in conflict with the East, you know, Russia and so on, without actually erupting into a proper war, so they called it the Cold War. But who supposedly came up with the term 1945? Was it George Orwell or Winston Churchill? That's question number 3. Number 4, in July 2017, 3 years ago nearly, who became the first Twitter user to hit 100 million followers? Was that Barack Obama or was it Katy Perry? That's number 4. Number 5, animation. Fred Flintstone again. So in the original cartoon series, the characters Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble were both voiced by the same actor. Is that true or false? Right, tell me if you're ready. I'm going to recap. Okay, right. So what colour are the entertainment questions in Trivia Pursuit? Orange or pink? That was number 1. Number 2, where's Casablanca? Algeria or Morocco? Who came up with the term Cold War? Was it Orwell or Churchill? Number 4. Pardon me. 100 million followers on Twitter. Who's the first to get that? Was it Barack Obama, the politician, or Katy Perry, the singer? And the last one, is it true or false? The Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble had voices done by the same guy. True or false? Right. A little bit tricky. Let's find out. Plenty if you're ready, so that's good. I'm going to move straight on. Tell you the answers here. Right, Trivia Pursuit. What colour are the entertainment questions? They were heralded on the card by letter E, and they are entertainment questions. They're pink. A pink question. And there's an example. Second from the top. And I use these colours in my database. My entertainment colours, entertainment questions are coded yellow. My history are yellow. Sorry. Entertainment's pink, history's yellow. Geography's blue, and so on. I still use these colours. Where's Casablanca? Casablanca's in Morocco. Number 2, Morocco is the biggest city, I think, in Morocco. Number 3, who came up with the phrase Cold War to describe tensions between the West and East? That was George Orwell. I would have got that wrong. I would have said Winston Churchill, but he came up with Iron Curtain, whereas George Orwell came up with Cold War in an essay that he wrote called You Are the Nuclear Bomb or something like that. Number 4, first to get 100 million followers on the tweets. It was Katy Perry. Katy Perry. Barack Obama's quite high up there, but I don't think he's over 100 million. Katy Perry was the first to do that. And there she is. Her biography there on Twitter says, "I know nothing." So now you know. And number 5, the greatest. Sorry, the original series cartoon characters Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble were voiced by the same person. That is false. That is false. Fred was voiced by a guy called Alan Reed, and Barney Rubble was done by Mel Blanc, mainly. Sometimes a guy called Dawes Butler, but it was different people anyway. Okay, right, I thought it was quite tricky, that one. Tell me what you got. Pig, Morocco, George Orwell, Katy Perry, and false. Tell me what you scored. Yeah, I didn't get Orwell. Ten out of 10 for the House of Weirdos. That's excellent. 10 for the Bobs. 8 for positive spin. Really good. Doubted yourself on number 1. Yeah, entertainment is pink all the way. Orange is SL, which was sport and leisure. I kind of split those ones up in my database. Sport is orange in my database, but sport and leisure used to include things like board games, and I've got a different category for them. I don't know if I got a bit dehydrated today, you know what I mean? Right, let's crack on. Well done, everybody. Keep a hold of your scores. Get you to upload the scores at the end. Team of the day, can't shag, so this will have to do. That's Hannah and Jack, I think. Hannah used to work at the Brass Monkey on Drummond Street. And that's where she met Jack. Jack came in one day and he was sick in the toilets. And they've been together ever since. It's a beautiful story. I don't think they're here right now. I think they might be at the 9 o'clock ones. But if you want to be team of the day, then let me know. Send me a picture of the team. Tell me something interesting about the team. Okay. Scores are all over the place in that last round. Have you got 2 brands of water on the go? Aye. Well, I just finished a little bottle, which is quite handy. And I've got a wee stash of big bottles there, so I just broke out one of those. What have we got? Sainsbury's own brand. How about that? Right, oh, sound round. Hoobity goobity, as they say. Let's get ready for this. Right, you see all the answers there. I'm going to play 5 little clips of music and ask you questions about them. All the answers are on that list. So you just got to pick the answer from the list, okay? I'm just getting rid of the background music. Turn the volume up so you can hear, and here we go. Right, so the first tune in the music round is being played backwards, and you have to identify the artist from this. Okay, so who is the artist who is being played backwards here? That's probably one of the more satanic sort of reverse plays we've had. Second one is Speeded Up. Who is this Speeded Up? Woo! Right, okay, that was fun, that was fast. Number 3 is the opposite, is Slowed Down. Who is this artist who has been slowed down by about 50%? Hey, all right, that was great. The last two are slightly different. Number 4 is a language. I'm playing it at the right speed. It's an old Eurovision tune. But what is the language?
Az ő hitét, büszkeség vallanom, ezer egy dalból ezt az egyet, dúdolom, dúdolom. Régi napok, gyönyörű napok, szeretem az emlékét. Ő hív és hozzá szaladok, játszani így volt szép.
Right, interesting. And number 5 is an old TV tune. What's the name of the show? That's relentless. Whoa, that was absolutely stupendous, relentless, merciless, rave-tastic. Right, so do you need to hear those again? Or are you okay? I don't think they were. Lumpy Gravy already? That last one's mental. Na 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 na. Number 1 again. All right, Janie. Listen, I'll just play them again because they're all pretty short. So I'll just go through them one more time here. First one is being played backwards. Who is this? Funnily enough, that sounds like a mixture of Hungarian and Portuguese. Number 2 is Speeded Up. Who is the artist here? Okay, number 3 is Slowed Down. Who's this? Great stuff. Number 4 is the language. Listen carefully, see if you can pick out some words.
Az ő hitét, büszkeség vallanom, ezer egy dalból ezt az egyet, dúdolom, dúdolom. Régi napok, gyönyörű napok, szeretem az emlékét. Ő hív és hozzá szaladok, játszani így volt szép.
Did not qualify for the final. I think it was from last year actually. That one. Anyway, for you Eurovision fans, and the last one is the absolutely banging TV tune. Come on. Na 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 na. Totally brilliant, right? But I think you get the gist. Because it's literally the same 4 notes over again. Right, okay, you all ready? Come on, let's do it. Let's get the answers. House of Weirdos is saying it's a difficult round. All right, well, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Here come the answers. Right, the first one was being played backwards. Very emotional sound. Possibly over emotional. You know what I mean? It's all Meatloaf. Never knowingly underselling a song. Actually, Meatloaf and another woman. It was virtually a duet, but it came out and it did not have her name on it. He just took the big fat credit for it. Have I got her name here? No, I don't. Marion something. I can't remember. That's terrible. Right, okay. Number 2 is Jimi Hendrix. That was Crosstown Traffic, speeded up. 2 points for Jimi Hendrix. Number 3 was the slowed down one. It was I Want to Be a Hippie. That was performed by Technohead. Yeah, you went for Meatloaf because of the emotion. That's exactly it. Yeah, you can smell the emotion coming out of that MP3. Can't, now then, can't be doing with Meatloaf, me, says Ollie. Yeah, I can't imagine he'd be very popular in Yorkshire. I think Yorkshire is kind of, anti-emotional, yeah. I would imagine Kraftwerk is pretty popular in Yorkshire. Number 4, Hungarian. Josie Papa from last year's Eurovision. As in Apam is the name of the song. Don't know what it means, but it's Hungarian. There wasn't enough Zhao sounds to be Portuguese. It was Kirvishim, all that kind of thing. Mist. Bit more Eastern. And number 5 was the tune Magic Roundabout. Yeah. Dougal, Florence, Brian the Snail, all that business. Dylan the Rabbit. Absolutely wrecked. So how many points out of 10 did you get? I'm pretty sure I would have got them all. I don't know. I might have been fooled by the language one. I like to think I'm quite good at languages, but, identifying them. I'm not fluent in anything. We knew the Hippie Warrawana song, but did not know the artist. Yeah, it was like a one-hit wonder. Funnily enough, the guy died not long after making it. It was like top 4, top 5, something like that. And the Smurfs did a good cover of it. The originals there is called I Want to Be a Hippie, but the Smurfs did a cover, I Want a Little Puppy, which in some ways is more memorable. Kind of happy, hardcore, blue-skinned Smurf beat. Said Portuguese? Yeah, it's easy to do, I think. I think they do sound quite different, but, it's not everybody's best-known languages, is it? Hungarian and Portuguese. 8 for positive spin. Had Technohead and then changed it in last minute. Disaster. What would you have put instead? You might have put Bismarcky. Not sure. Right, okay, let's move on. Hexo. Round 5 is the Hexo round. So it goes like this. This is not the Hexo board tonight. This is an example, right? Because some people get confused by this. So I'm going to give you a series of clues, and you've got to work out where the answers are on the board. Each answer is made out of more than one letter. Those letters all stick together, but different answers can be on different parts of the board. For example, if I said World War II, UK Prime Minister on that board, you would quickly find WC. Yeah, Winston Churchill. And if I said to you the Jags, 4 letters, you would go, of course the Jags, that's Partick Thistle FC Football Club. So that's the Jags, PTFC. So that's how it works, all right? I think you understand. I've started putting that bit into Hexo just to help explain it. Right, here is the actual board tonight. The other thing to remember is answers do not overlap. The 5 answers all take place on, apart from each other. There's no letter gets used twice. Right, here we go. So the first one is it's a popular pastime, a popular genre of human activity which includes putting up shelves and fixing leaky taps. So, what is that? And it's 3 letters. You can see, I've not put in the number of letters. This one's 3 letters, okay? 3 letters. You know what? I'm going to put the letters in because it really helps. Just give me half a second here. Otherwise, I just have to keep saying them, you know what I mean? So, hang on. Sorry about this, folks. It won't be a second. Oh. Nearly typed in the actual answer. Right, okay, from current slide, and then let's turn it back on again. Right, here they are again. Right, this time with the actual number of letters, and you can just see. So, so putting up shelves, fixing taps and that sort of thing. What do you call that kind of activity? 3 letters, okay? And you'll find those 3 letters together on the board. You go from hex to hex. That's not split around over the board. Number 2, post-crash response. In other words, printing money. This is a monetary policy used after the 2007 financial crash, where central banks injected money into the economy, otherwise known as printing money. But what's like the official name for it? 2 letters. By the way, to get the points, you only have to get the letters. You don't have to say exactly what the letters stand for. You just got to find the letters, all right? Number 3 is the 6th busiest railway station in the UK, and it is the busiest outside of London. So in terms of passenger numbers, what is the busiest railway station outside of London in the UK? And it's 3 letters. Hexo. 6-sided madness. Number 4 is a Eurovision one. 2014 Eurovision Song Contest winner, also known as Thomas Neuwirth. That's, in fact, Thomas Neuwirth is his real name. But what was the stage name of the performer who won the 2014 Eurovision Song Contest for Austria in 2014? Cross-dresser. Yeah, you remember? And the last one, institutions. For example, Wandsworth, Pentonville, and Strangeways. 3 letters. Which 3 letters cover those type of institutions? And examples being Wandsworth, Pentonville, and Strangeways, although Strangeways isn't called Strangeways anymore, before anyone picks me up on that. But it's just a bit more romantic name, you know, so I've left that in. So there you go, that's the hex. Oh, you got to find those answers on the board. You tell me when you're ready. So the first one is putting up shelves, second one is printing money, third one is the busiest railway station outside of London, 3 letters. Number 4 is the cross-dressing winner of the Eurovision Song Contest 2014. The stage name. The guy's real name was Thomas Neuwirth. And the last one is Wandsworth, Pentonville, Strangeways, etc. 3 letters. Right, tell me when you're ready. I want a little puppy and I want to take it home. Na 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 na, poopa, poopa scoopa. Yeah, I would imagine that, Ollie. The sort of things, they change the name of them, but people just always use the old name because they're used to it. It's like when pubs change names, you know, like pubs, kind of local pubs. You'll get a pub called the Highwayman or something like that. It'll be the Highwayman for 20 years. And then somebody will take it over and they'll call it the Barrel. But nobody calls it the Barrel. They just call it the Highwayman. Coming the highway? Aye. What's it called now? Oh, it's called the barrel. Aye, the highway, yeah. So you go to the highway, and then for 20 years, you go to the highway. Then it gets taken over again. And they call it the intensive care ward or something like that. But no one calls it that. At that point, they start calling it the barrel. You know what I mean? Can't win. People. Boaty McBoatface, innit? Same thing. Right. Prolethers, Peaky Pfeiffer, Scumbags, and Simon with the Porn Dwarfs are ready. Let's go to the answers. Let's find out. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Get ready. Here come the answers. Hexo. Right, shelves and taps and all that sort of thing. That is 3 letters. DIY. Right, do it yourself. The popular, I don't know why it's a popular pastime. A crazy thing to get involved in. DIY. Just get someone in. I mean, that's if you're bad at DIY. I'm bad at DIY. I can't do that stuff. Just make a big hole in the wall. That's it. Sorry. I couldn't put it up. But I made this big hole in the wall. So DIY, do it yourself. 2 points for right answer. Number 2, printing money. The monetary policy after the crash. That was QE. Alright, stands for quantitative easing. Basically printing loads of money. 2 points for QE. Number 3, the biggest railway station is Birmingham New Street. BNS is what you're looking for. Birmingham New Street. Number 4, Thomas Neuwirth is the guy's real name. Austrian fella. But he dressed up as a lady with a beard. He was CW Conchita Wurst. Surnames mean sausage. It's hilarious, you know, because it's like a penis. Ha 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 ha. And the last one, Wandsworth, Pentonville, Strangeways, all that business. They are all HMP. They are Her Majesty's prisons. All right, the jail. That's what we're talking about. HMP. Wandsworth and Pentonville in London. Strangeways in Manchester. It's now called Manchester Prison. It's not very romantic, is it? Put BNR for the railway station. Can we get half a point? What did you think it stood for? Got Birmingham, but not New Street. If you got a B, right? If anybody got a B and was thinking Birmingham, give yourself 1 point, okay? Come on, it's Saturday. Let's relax. 10 for positive spin. Whoa! No idea about Eurovision, says Ollie. Nah, Conchita Wurst. Cross-dresser, like, you know, did a really good job of looking like a woman, but for the beard. Kind of Kenny Everett style. 10 for the Porn Dwarfs, 9 for the Chameleons. Ooh. 10 for Lumpy Gravy, alright. First time for a Hexo. Did you like Hexo then? Because I'm not so sure about it. I like it. I think it looks great. I find it slightly difficult to explain how to do it, but tell me if it was perfectly clear, right? 5 for Janie. Mystery bag. We're not doing mystery bag tonight because there's no sponsor at the moment for the Saturday night quiz. So let's just get straight on to double or bust. I'll do a prize thing, but I'll do it after double or bust, okay? Right, everybody. I'm still here. It looked like the stream dropped out for a second. You didn't miss anything. Right, so double or bust round is the last round. After this, I'll get you to upload your scores. This round, you get 4 points for a right answer. That's double. But you run the risk of going bust. If you put one wrong answer in this round, then you are bust, which means 0 points for the round. To avoid getting bust, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer the questions, all the questions in this round. You choose which ones you're going to go for. Right, ready? Here we go. Tough guy. Which actor played the bad in the famous spaghetti western film The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? 1966, all right? One of the most famous western films, and probably the most famous spaghetti western film. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. But who played the part of the bad? There's a pretty frank exchange of ideas there. House of Weirdos. I love Hexo, but I wish we could cross off our answers. Michael helpfully says, write down the grid on a piece of paper. You know what I'll do? I'll put a hex grid on the official score sheet so that if there is a hexo, you can kind of fill it in. Hexo. I think most of you probably just use a bit of pen and a paper, but if you get the official multiple score sheet, it can be quite tidy. Right, okay. Number 2, in which city are the headquarters of the European Central Bank? And the House of Weirdos quite honestly say, we're just too lazy for that. Fair enough. Now you get out what you put in. So the European Central Bank, full of bankers. You know what I mean? But where's the HQ? Which city are they headquartered in? Right, come on, let's speed up a bit. Menace to Society. The famous British comic strip character Dennis the Menace wears a jumper which is black and which other colour? So Dennis the Menace wears a two-tone jumper. He's never changed it in 80 years, 90 years maybe. Almost. But it's black and which other colour? That's question number 3. Number 4, science. What 4-letter word can mean calcium oxide or a kind of fruit? So the same word, and it means 2 different things. One is calcium oxide, it's known as this, and the other is a type of fruit. So which word covers both of those things? That's number 4. Remember, one wrong answer in this round equals bust. If you don't want to get bust, you can just leave a blank. All right, you know what I'm saying? Number 5, I'm a survivor. How many of Henry VIII's wives were still alive at the time of his death? All right. So it's a well-known fact. Henry VIII, King of England, had 6 wives. How many of the 6 were still alive at the time he died? Right, that's it. I'm going to do a quick recap, then we'll find out the answers. So who was the bad out of the good, bad, the ugly? Name the actor. Tell me if you are ready. Number 2, which city's got the headquarters of the European Central Bank, where they run the euro? Number 3, Dennis the Menace's jumper is black, and which other colour? Number 4, what 4-letter word means calcium oxide and also fruit? And the last one, how many of King Henry VIII's 6 wives were still alive at the time he died? You tell me. Right. Well, don't tell me just now. Tell me if you're ready. But write down the answers. At this point, I'm going to remind you I do this for tips. The quiz is free. But I'm very happy to accept tips. If you have a tip for me. What would you pay for a pub quiz? Pay what you think it's worth. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm going to put a link in there. Wife and family to feed. They're through in the kitchen right now. Wondering when there's going to be some food. Right, lumpy gravy are ready. If you're ready and you're waiting for these answers, make sure you like the video. That's important for me at this stage of things. And subscribe. If you're not subscribed, click subscribe and click the bell. Ollie's going for 2, a safe one and a dodgy one. Wow, playing with fire there, Ollie. 2 answers. Phone the police. We're only answering 2, say House of Weirdos. Alright, so it looks like it might be quite a difficult round. Scumbags are ready. Is anybody going balls out? Balls out is getting your balls out on the table and going for 5, going for all 5. That's balls out. Is anyone brave enough? Is anyone strong enough? Peaky Fifers are ready, right? Everyone's ready. It's 2 minutes to 8. Let's do it. Here it comes. Right, okay, you know how to mark this. You score 4 points if you put a right answer. If you have put a wrong answer down in this round, you get 0 points for the round. We call it bust. If you left blanks, it's no problem. But it's 4 points for the ones you get right. Here we go. All right, tough guy. Who was the bad out of the good, bad, the ugly? It's Lee Van Cleef. There he is, looking bad. Ooh, he's so bad in the film. He's no worse than the other two, to be honest. Number 2, in which city are the headquarters of the European Central Bank? That is in Frankfurt, in Germany. Frankfurt. 2 points for Frankfurt. I think the full name of the place is Frankfurt am Main, I think. But never mind that. Just Frankfurt is fine. 4 points for Frankfurt. Number 3, Menace to Society, Dennis the Menace. Black and which other colour is red? All right, black and red are the kind of anarchist colours and also the colours of Dennis the Menace. I don't know if that's coincidence or planned. That's a safe one done. Lol, says Ollie. Well, maybe that was the Dennis the Menace one you talked about. Number 4, science. Right, okay. What's the word? Both things here, calcium oxide and a kind of fruit. It's lime. Lime. It's obviously a kind of fruit, but also calcium oxide. That's what a calcium oxide looks like. A pile of calcium oxide. How entertaining. Lime is the correct answer. Number 5, I'm a survivor. I'm gonna get you. How many of Henry VIII's wives were still alive at the time of his death? Well, there's the 6, all right? So Catherine of Aragon was... she died after she got divorced. Anne Boleyn got her head cut off live on TV. She died. Jane Seymour died. I think she was ill. Anne Cleves got divorced. Catherine Howard got executed. She got her head cut off. And Catherine Parr was married to him when he died. So those 2 were still alive. The answer is 2. Okay? 2. So, there you go. Lee Van Cleef, Frankfurt, red, lime, and 2. Yeah, tricky round? I think so. You tell me what you scored and tell me your final scores. And then I'm going to get you to upload your scores and we're going to have a league table for everyone to see a little bit later on. I'm just going to go and get the link for that right now. I'm a survivor, gonna get you. Chameleon's got 8, they only went for 2. Alright. Jerry got 2, only went for 2. Peaky Pfeiffer's got bust. No, what'd you say? You said Brussels. Alright, instead of Frankfurt. Nah. Yeah, it's actually difficult, isn't it? Central European institutions are in all sorts of different cities. Strasbourg is the parliament, I think. The Hague is the law. No, Strasbourg's the court. Brussels is the parliament. There's Luxembourg. That's the court. Frankfurt's the bank. All sorts. They're all pretty close to each other. They're all in Benelux countries or France or Germany. All close to the centre of Europe. Samantha's saying a pathetic 39 points in total. I don't think it's that pathetic. I think it was actually quite a hard quiz tonight for various reasons. Pro Lether's got 20 though. I see that. Wonder what their total score was. Oh, he got busted on the wives, Ollie. Yeah, there's 2 of them left over. Yeah, one, what was it? Anna Cleves got divorced. And he kind of pensioned her off. He gave her like somewhere to live, bit of money, and she had this weird title, which was the King's Sister. So she was still on the go when he finally popped off himself. Chameleon's got 54 in total. That's all right. It's decent on a difficult night. 43. Looks like there's quite a lot of busting going on tonight. Not great, said the Pro Lethers. 52. Everyone's in a bad mood with their own scores. I think the scores are okay. Let's get your scores uploaded. Don't not upload your score because you think it's rubbish. Make sure you do upload it. Because Kate's saying, how's the gin? Well, Janie won't be getting the gin until later in the week. It's a bit of a process. Janie's already sent me the address. Then I've got to send that to Pickering's. And then they've got to dispatch it. Usually the gin has been arriving the sort of Wednesday or the Thursday after the Friday quiz. 58. Best ever for positive spin. Hey, it's nice to get some positivity. Right. I did say I was going to do a prize, didn't I? Okay, let's do a real quick like mystery bag. I'm going to draw a picture of a celebrity. And you got to guess who it is. And if you get it right, if you're the first one to get it right, then you get a scratch card worth £100,000, alright? So, I've drawn this picture just right now, right in front of me there, of a celebrity, a famous person. And you've got to see who it is. You can ask me some questions, of course. Is it Fluffy? No, it's a famous person. Cheryl. A little doodle, little cartoon. Male. Yes, it is a male person. Let's see. Michael Barrymore. No. Is a celebrity alive? No. Is it a film star? No. Is it Clooney? No. Is it a chef? No. It's a dead person. Been dead for quite a while. You know, for a 10-second sketch, this is not bad. Let's have a look. What else we got? Elvis, nah. Before Elvis. Is it Rick Stein? No. No. Charlie Chaplin? No. Boris? No. Ed Sheeran? No. JFK? No. Musician? No. A dead man? Yes, a dead man. A politician? Arguably. Not really, though. Is it Jesus? Says House of Weirdos. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Of course it's Jesus. Who's the first guy that springs to mind? Hey, look, there he is. It's Jesus. Look, I did blood dripping out his hands and everything. There he is on the cross. Having a hell of a day. Yeah! It's your old pal Jesus. Right. House of Weirdos. I'll send you a £100,000 scratch card. And quiz winner's badge. Yeah. So that was great. I thought I was going to go a bit longer. But House of Weirdos just whoop. Got the Jesus on the go there. Yeah, he looks happy. Yeah, he's on his way, isn't he? Like, you know. That's the point of acceptance. That's where he's like, listen, this is going through. This is happening. Might as well enjoy it. Didn't think of Jesus as a celebrity. Come on, Margaret Ann. Is there anyone more famous than Jesus? Apart from Jet out of Gladiators? The answer's no. He's the ultimate celebrity in a lot of ways. Excited for the badge, alright. Well, I don't know what you're thinking, Cheryl. I don't know if you're thinking like you might get one each. It's not working like that. One badge at a time. You need to win some more competitions, all right? But send me, I think I've got your address, yeah? Send me the address again just to make sure. And I'll get it in the post. House of Weirdos says, I got into trouble once when a family friend took me to Sunday school. I got to the end and I asked who Jesus was. Their jaws were on the floor. Right, so presumably you were a kid at this point, not just a troublemaking adult. Yeah, House of Weirdos. So is that Kristen who's behind that name? I guessed it. The badge is mine. That's right. That's how it works. This is brutal. This is dog eat dog. This is battle royale. You know what I mean? This is winner takes it all. Boom. Fight to the death in the House of Weirdos. Boom. Like that. Aye, it's Kristen. Right, okay, excellent. Give me the address again and send me the address on the old Dr. Ball Facebook and I'll get that in the post tomorrow. Cheryl's raging. There you go. My work is done. I've sowed the seed of discontent and argument and discord amongst the members of a household. So I'm happy with that. Gonna buy a giant marshmallow with my scratch card winnings. Well, don't hold your breath. These scratch cards have got a pretty low hit rate. There was one guy a couple of years ago won a scratch card at one of my pubs and he got 100 quid. Woo! That's the best I've ever known. I've given away a few scratch cards where people have just disappeared. I ain't seen them again. So I don't know. But the biggest one that I know about was 100 quid. Michael was saying the wisdom of Solomon split it in two. Nah. That's Kristen's. She's going to take the whole thing. She gets the badge, she gets the scratchy. That's the way it goes. Right, thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. I'm going to hang up. I've got to go and sort a few things out before I do the 9 o'clock version on Facebook. Thanks for coming here on Saturday night. At the moment, it's quieter than the other nights, but I get a feeling it'll get busier. I'm working to try and get a sponsor for Saturday night so we can have some good prizes. So thank you for coming to the quiz. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to put the link in one more time to get your scores uploaded. And if anybody's in the mood to give me a tip, then I'm delighted to get that tip from you. The quiz is completely free to do, like I said, but tips are very, very welcome. Thank you very much. How much would you pay for a pub quiz? And if you can like the quiz before you go, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tell your friends about the quiz. Get some more people to come here. All right. And thank you, Peaky Fifers. Thanks, Ollie. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for turning up. Love you all. Good night.